Live from Julian's basement, it's Podcadzo. You give us an hour, and we'll give you the world. The world consisting primarily of YouTube references and Steely Dan trivia.
I just love that podcast.
It's podcadzo.
Sorry to overall be that guy who's just a nuisance to the group.
You're not being that guy at all. Well,
you're being that guy.
Thanks for at least being honest. Holy shit, bro's got the full mustache and
yeah, looks sharp.
you look like a fucking guy who should be at a cigar lounge in the 40s.
I just got off of work, so my hair was already nice. So I was like, I'll just wear my nice hair for the Podcadzo boys.
That was very nice.
I like it.
Thank you. So, yeah, some of us actually, made a point to be done with work on time.
Yeah, it would be nice.
I actually had a guy call me and talk to me he called me at 4:29 and talked to me for 20 minutes. And the whole time I was like, dude, I gotta get the phone. I got a podcast. I didn't realize you weren't here.
I actually told many people that I had a podcast I needed to go do.
Wait,
in the service industry, that doesn't really mean much.
Yeah. Hugely underappreciated in the service industry.
Truly.
I don't think that's a service industry thing. I just don't think it means much
To
anywhere.
anybody.
To industry.
It doesn't mean much in the paid industry either.
Yeah.
Unless you're
I'm actually
in the podcasting industry,
Cypruni.
which we are.
My boy.
Okay, well, because of said lateness, we'll have to be efficient with this one. So let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another installment of Podcadzo.
Yes.
The official companion podcast to the well-known indie rock band Cadzo. I'm Colin, joined by my co-host Julian, and special returning guest Conor Sanders. And folks, today we have something very special to talk about. As we approach... Please don't... I'm cooking here. As we approach the end of the year, it's time to reflect back and think about all the things we've done over this past year. And one of the things we've done is listen to new albums. Almost 10 of them.
Almost.
If we're stretching.
some of us, some more, some slightly less.
So... What we have done is gone through and ranked those 10 albums. So today we will be sharing our top 10 albums of 2025.
It's a bit of an annual episode.
Exactly. It's become a bit of a podcast tradition
yes.
as we approach the end of the year.
I think you guys are the first music media outlet to start this tradition where you rank your favorite albums at the end of the year. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good idea.
It is a good idea.
It'll catch on.
It'll catch on, for sure. We're really onto something here. We're going to do top 5 songs as well. I don't think we're going to do... We were talking about this before you got here. I don't think we're going to do Wrapped because Connor hasn't gone to Spotify Wrapped.
Do Wrapped
so
yet.
we'll do a separate episode at the end of the year.
I just looked at it for the first time when I was driving home.
Any surprises?
No.
Yeah.
Not really.
Okay.
I haven't got my Wrapped back, but I got a pretty good idea what's going to be on it.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to be much of what we talk about today. Maybe not Steely Dan, but definitely calling it right now. In some order, it's going to be U2 and REM are going to be 1 and 2.
Wow. Holy shit. 1 and 2.
Yep.
Crazy.
I think so. Yeah. Most likely. And then maybe some Pavement, maybe some Neil Young. I don't know what else is going to get in there. We'll see.
Right.
So
I was scrolling back and looking at everything I listened to this year, trying to get my list together.
Yeah, I know.
So
that's what we were talking about also before you got here, is that this one was difficult for us. And we were kind of alluding to that over text. It seems like you were going to have an easier time this year, that you've listened to more new music than Connor and I have.
Well, I was trying to remember, did we do a top 10 last year or did we do a top 25 last year?
I think we did a top 10.
Yeah, I don't think
10.
we would have done 25.
I didn't think so, but I couldn't remember for sure.
I remember it being very difficult to narrow it down to 10 last year. And this year it was rather easy.
I had about 20 total where I was these could all be in contention. But then, it was pretty easy to pick the actual top 10, I feel like.
If we have time after, we can do some honorable mentions because I do have a couple of those.
I have a few as well.
But Connor was saying he's maybe listened to 9 albums this year if he's stretching.
I went back through all my saved and listened to stuff on Spotify, and It looks like albums that I like genuinely listen to. I'm at 9. So I'm just gonna rank those 9 albums that I listened to this year.
We're just gonna skip him for the 10th.
Yeah.
Leave him out.
That'll
just
be a
go over
warm-up
me for the
round.
10th.
Connor can just go,
I-
same here to whatever one we have.
I don't want to say it was a worse year for music, like, because it's very possible I'm just going deeper and deeper down the
Yeah, I think it's more of a
this
you
trajectory
thing.
of
The
not
onk
listening to new
trajectory.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not even like re-listening to all the old shit I used to listen to. I'm listening to new stuff. It's just not actually new stuff. It's just new to me. Like just going back through the archives. I mean, I guess I'm on my second straight year of it being a lot of U2 and REM, but I haven't been listening to them. I've only been listening to them since like 2024. So
It's still new
It's
to
so
you.
fresh.
there's a lot to uncover there.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we're going just. So I would just keep that's where I've been guided, or where I've been gravitating towards. But I got some stuff that I'm excited to talk about today, nonetheless.
Hell yeah. Well, let's jump right into it then. We'll do what we usually do. Go around the circle. Start at number 10. Right on.
Yeah.
Connor, why don't you do the honors?
All right. Well, I don't have a number 10.
Oh
My
yeah,
number
you
10 is-
literally
We
don't.
just
Okay.
talked about this.
I thought you would come up with. I don't know you're being serious.
fine.
Okay. All right. Then let me do the honors. No, Julian, you do the honors. I insist.
Really?
Yeah,
I
please
feel
do.
like it's always out of whack when we break the order. I always go last.
Well, I was just thinking left is law, and Connor's to the left of him. So is that the order you want to go in?
I don't care.
You know, I'm gonna go. My number 10, Alfredo 2, Freddie Gibbs.
No way.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Good pick.
Thank you.
that's one that I meant to listen to and I didn't. But Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah.
Shout out Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is fucking tight.
Yeah.
There were 2 contending for 10. The one that didn't make it, I think you'll potentially be surprised it's not on my list. But I couldn't see putting either of those any earlier in the list just because I feel pretty solid about the order up until then. But anyways, yeah, great album.
What was Oh, you mean your number 10 is further up the list?
No.
Or it's not on your list?
It's in the
It's
honorable
omitted?
mentions category.
Okay. Should we save it for the honorable mentions
We'll
then?
save it. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't want to tell you.
All right. Solid.
Yeah.
All right. Good pick for
Thank
number
you.
Thanks to
10.
Gibbs. That's Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist, right?
Yes,
Yeah. It's
exactly.
Alfredo 2.
Alfredo 2.
Like
the
after
sequel
Alfredo
to
1.
Alfredo.
Mm-hmm.
Alfredo,
Sequel to
great
Alfredo
album
one.
too.
Dude, Freddie Gibbs gets he's a great rapper, but he got so many classics because it's just like, oh, I'm gonna do 2 albums with Mad Villain.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do 2 albums with fucking the Alchemist. It's like
Yeah.
private is like obviously they want to work with him, but it's not a knock on him at all. It's fucking sick. I love when great rappers like have legit production. But yeah, like all his shit is just so good because he just works with these visionary producers and makes these super consistent sound albums, and that's part of why he's had such a long career in rap.
Well, and I
He's
think-
just been really smart about who he's worked with and what kind of the body of work he's put out.
Most definitely.
I think Alfredo 2 is also kind of like a bit of it's a bit of a reawakening for the Alchemist as well. Like I feel like the last couple Alchemist produced records that I listened to were a bit like stale, maybe just for the Alchemist specifically because he kind of just sticks to his one thing as far as production style. But I felt like Alfredo 2 was a really good mix of like his old production style with like a bunch of new kind of experimental things, and also like a really perfect mixture of like kind of vintage backdrops with like newer sounds and like kind of futuristic production style.
It does feel inspired.
Very
the beats.
inspired. And I also really like all of the callbacks and like references to Alfredo 1 because Alfredo 1 is so classic. in
I
my
love
opinion.
Alfredo 1. Yeah.
And yeah, so I really appreciated all of the like callbacks and in some ways how he kind of continued to build off of ideas that he had on LP1. Which is why I made it my number 10 as well.
No
So there
way.
we go.
Nice.
Alfredo
There
2
you go.
was also my number 10.
Okay.
You know what? I want to make it my number 10.
There we go.
Yeah.
A unanimous
Yeah,
number
bro.
10.
No brainer.
I took a number
Also,
10
I gotta
earlier.
get it off my. I gotta
really
get this
hurt.
off my chest. I think I said Mad Villain. I meant Mad Lib. He had down with Mad Lib.
right.
Yeah,
Mad Villain
Mad
just
Lib.
said
Mad Lib.
MF2 Mad Lib collaborative
Mhm.
project.
The
Slip
old-
of the tongue. I don't want people to think I don't know ball about my rap producers.
I mean, take a look at you. Of course, a guy like you would know ball about your rap producers.
Yeah. I'm a man of taste and culture.
All right on to number 9.
Number
then.
9.
Nueve. My turn. Am I going first?
Yep, your turn.
This is you.
Number Nueve I have, and this is number 9 out of the 9 albums that I listened to this year.
So
and that is
this album sucks.
which makes it sound like it sucks.
The worst
but I
album
only
of
listened
2025.
Yeah.
The only stuff I listened to this year was stuff I wanted to listen to.
You were selective
obviously.
with it.
So, I didn't listen to a bunch of shit.
It had to pass
my
some
number
pretty
9
stringent barriers
Yeah.
to even get into your
Mhm.
rotation.
True.
Yeah.
My number 9 was the Weeknd's "Hurry Up Tomorrow" album.
Okay.
I don't know how much I've talked about it on this podcast.
Hopefully not at all.
Surprise some people to know, but I am a certified Weeknd stan. I have pretty much all his albums on vinyl. Fucking love The Weeknd from his old stuff, and I really like his new stuff as well. Basically, his whole career I find really interesting. And this is the last of a trilogy. I would probably put it third best on this trilogy of After Hours, Dawn FM, and now Hurry Up Tomorrow. But it was a really solid 3 albums.
So is this like a
and
synth wave trilogy? Is that how it's described?
Like the first 2, especially After Hours and After Hours and Dawn FM, which are both incredible. We're both very synthy.
Uh-huh.
This one is, I would say, more world like very Bad Bunny-esque production.
Right.
Lots of kind of Latin influence on it, but it's got some bangers on it. Sao Paulo, banger.
I listened to this album. You inspired me to. Oh yeah, it's got a Justice collab right off the top.
That's pretty good. I haven't gone back.
I kind of forgot this came out this year though.
I don't know, The Weeknd in general. I know he's like the biggest artist in the world, but I don't think a lot of like real music heads are big Weeknd fans.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll always stand for The Weeknd.
Right on. I'll revisit that album.
Oh yeah, like the first 4 songs especially. It's a really good start to the album. It's a little top heavy, but
Julian doesn't
it's
even
good.
give Weeknd the time of day, do you?
No, I do not.
Yeah.
But it's not
You don't
because
follow
I
him.
don't like The Weeknd. It's just because I'm not in that.
You're not in that
I'm not
world.
tuned
You're
into
not
that
willing
world,
to dip
really.
your toes into.
It's not that I'm not willing to. I guess maybe it is partially that. I don't expose myself to it and no one else exposes me to it, so therefore it just doesn't exist to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not because of any specific reason. I got a lot of things, okay, that I need to listen to. I got a lot of shit on the list.
I was telling Colin, or go ahead, Colin.
I was just gonna say real quick. I was in Chicago when he was playing Soldier Field, and
Ooh.
I was walking by Soldier Field along the lake, and I didn't know he was playing there. But I will say his fans dressed pretty cool to the concert.
I could see that.
He had some cool looking fans.
Yeah, I could see that.
And
Nice.
they were playing a lot of Weeknd, and I enjoyed every song I was hearing, and that made me be like, oh, Weeknd's pretty cool. I maybe want to go to one of his shows one
I
day.
would definitely check out a show.
Yeah.
He has a lot of really good songs from like the beginning. Like obviously, like the trilogy stuff is classic among the cult classic stuff.
Mhm.
But his production has always been super on point, and he's always had really cool and good producers. Like he was doing shit with Daft Punk a while back, and then I was telling Colin there's that 103. I don't even know if that's how you say it, but OPN 103 Point Never
Mm-hmm.
had a new album this year, and he did a lot of production on especially at least the first 2 albums of the trilogy. Love like Gustaffelstein doing production for him, so he knows how to pick his collaborators. Kind of like like the same thing I was saying about Freddie Gibbs, but I think it kind of sets him apart from a lot of the like generic ass pop music. Is that a lot of his like biggest songs are produced by like experimental electronic guys, and so they have just another kind of layer of cool and different than like your average pop song.
Who was the?
I think when you listen to his stuff, not in the spell of being like he's the biggest artist in the world, you kind of be like, there's like cool experimental shit in here that you wouldn't expect to see on a guy like that's album.
Who did the production for Blinding Lights? Do you remember off the top of your head?
I know that OPN did a lot on that album. I believe he did that song.
Did he do Blind Lights? Okay.
That song, dude, of all like the big song, like if you're gonna talk about a song that's that big, it's still such a banger.
It's
a
really good song. I wasn't willing to give it up to that song for a while, and then enough time has passed, and I've heard it enough now where it's so good.
Blinding Lights was Max Martin and Oscar Holter.
Max Martin, that's right. I know.
Yeah, who's like done like every big pop song that's ever been made, basically. So that was actually two pretty standard pop producers, but still a banger. But there's a lot of deep cuts on that album. Side 2 of that album is super good.
Hell yeah.
Highly recommend.
Okay. I will go back and listen. All right, my number 9.
All right.
And I'll be honest, I struggled to put this on the list at all, but I feel like it has to be on there because it was an album I listened to a lot, and I'll always associate this album with this year. Never Enough, Turnstile.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They
I know.
were going to be one of my honorable mentions.
Yeah, I had them in honorable mentions for a little bit, and then I was just like, I got towards the end of the list, and I was looking at some of the other albums I had, and just like, I'd be wrong if I didn't have Never Enough somewhere in here.
Didn't realize that you
and it's
listened
only
to
above
it that much.
It's only above Alfredo too, just because I spent a little bit more time with Never Enough than Alfredo 2.
Sure.
I will listen to Alfredo 2 like throughout the rest of my life. I'm sure. Not sure how much I'll go back to Never Enough.
Yeah, I think Alfredo 2 will
Alfredo
grow
2 is more
over
timeless.
time, yeah.
I've never really liked Turnstile that much. I was vaguely aware of them when they were kind of more underground and like a real heavy band, and then when they blew up into the mainstream, I feel like all I saw about them was the hate that they went mainstream, and I didn't have enough of my own relationship with them, so I judged them off of that. I was like, oh yeah, Turnstile, they're kind of, I don't know, people don't like them, and but I don't know. This was a big album. It felt like for a lot of people this year, and I enjoyed the buzz around it, and I kind of caught that wave, and yeah, there's some great songs on it, and I won't spoil it because, well, maybe one of those songs ends up in my top 5, and that's the fact that I do love one of those songs on here so much is also what influenced it to be on the top 10.
We're doing top 5 songs.
Yep, top 5 songs.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Hell yeah. So yeah, that's my number 9.
Nice. That's a great number 9. I was thinking kind of the same thing about I should put it on my list just because of how much I've listened to it, but it didn't make it onto my list. So
yeah.
It was going to be an HM for me. It's a great record, and it's a good fusion of a lot of different genres.
Totally.
It's like one thing to sell out, I guess, if you just try to like water your music down, but when selling out is kind of equivocating to like genre bending and being experimental, I can't really agree with it there. So
that's well said. Yeah, totally agree.
All right, my number 9 is going to be the Thrice record Horizons West. Again, kind of like exactly what you just said. I didn't necessarily want to put this on my top 10, but I did spend a lot of time listening to it, so it felt like it would have been kind of disingenuous to not mention it. As far as Thrice records go, not my favorite, not the strongest by any means. I think it is one of the best sounding records of the year, and the good moments that are on it are so good that they kind of begin to outweigh the bad moments the more you spend the time with the record, I feel like. And seeing a lot of the songs live also made me appreciate the songs on the record a lot more too. So, yeah, super solid record. I think a good introductory album for anyone who wants to like dip their toes into Thrice, because it's not super out there or crazy or like heavy or weird in any kind of way. It's pretty much just like a rock album that sounds really fucking good. So yeah, Horizons West, shout out. All right, number 8. Oh God, bro's literally.
Conor, what are you doing?
Oh. Sorry.
Bro didn't listen to a single word I just said.
You're Thrice and tuned out.
I didn't listen to the Thrice album.
I wasn't. That's not what this is about.
I did listen to the Thrice album, and it wasn't that great.
I haven't totally finished my list of songs yet.
Yeah.
So
You needed the time to work. It's a working
I'm
meeting.
working on that.
Yeah.
Glad that you listen to Colin, but not me.
Listeners, I was told about this last night, right when I got home from my travels.
I mean,
In
that's
true
not exactly
podcadzo fashion,
true.
we don't give him a lot of heads up.
I had to work today.
You knew this was coming.
We
though,
had
yeah.
this talk a few weeks ago where I said,
I
"Hey,
did
it's
know it was
almost that
coming,
time."
and I had been thinking I should listen, and I did listen to some more. Well, I more went back and re-listened to stuff, but I listened to some stuff since then. So anyway, my number 8 is this one is also kind of falls into the category of maybe it doesn't need to be on a top 10 list for me, but it is one of the 9 albums that I listened to this year. This is probably the last one. My top 7 are all like, yeah, they're good.
Okay.
I'll stand by them. This was the Bad Bunny album, but it was good.
No.
It was the new Bad Bunny album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty high up on the
bad.
Pitchfork list.
I set both those up shitty. Like I hate those albums, but they're both good.
No,
Bad Bunny's good.
We know what you mean. I think.
Yeah, and if you're mad about Bad Bunny playing a Super Bowl, you're a pussy and you're a racist.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to believe that. So just throwing that out there too.
100%. That is the podcadzo standpoint.
Yeah, we can put the podcadzo stamp on
we're
that.
Bad Bunny supporters here. That is a good album. Haven't listened to it a lot, but
it is
when I
very
saw
good.
it so high up on Pitchfork, I was like, oh yeah, fuck, I need to listen to that.
I mean, it is like globally, it's a globally renowned record.
Yeah.
Like the whole world fucking loves it.
I mean, and if you listen to it, because I hadn't really gotten into Bad Bunny, like I knew some songs of his, and it was like he definitely has good songs. But like this is the first album I really got into, and I was just like, I think I started listening to it because that whole controversy with the Super Bowl was happening, and so I was like, I'm gonna get this guy some streams.
You wanted to listen to it just to stick it to someone else.
Yeah, and then
That's why I
was
like you.
It got me
spite listening.
Spite listening exactly. I'm like, yeah, because he really needs my streams. But
hey, everything makes a difference.
But like,
counts,
I got even more pissed off. Not that I really think there's like that many normal people out there who are mad that he's playing the Super Bowl, but it got me even more mad because I was fucking listening to it the whole time. I'm just like, this album is so fucking fun.
Yeah.
To listen to. I'm just like, if you are actually listening to this and you're upset. Like, I don't know what to tell you because this is like some of the funnest music I've ever heard.
Definitely says a lot more about you as a person than his music and who he is as an artist.
Idiot without a point of view.
Like, if you're having a bad time listening to Bad Bunny, you gotta reassess what's important to you.
That dude is
not once am I like, oh man, I'm so mad I can't understand what he's saying.
Yeah, if you don't like an artist because they
gist.
speak a different language than you, then you can literally eat shit and fucking die.
And I will say, this is not the only non-English album on my list.
Wow.
Man, I feel like a real
Little
piece of
teaser.
shit now.
Now I knew why.
I'd say the same thing for the next one too. But all right, that's my number 8.
All right, my number 8, Crumbs 2 by Get Down Services.
Nice. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Wow, this must have been a hard list for you to make. You discovered Get Down Services like 3 weeks ago.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I've been listening to Get Down Services for maybe a month now.
Holy shit.
But man, have I been listening to a fuck ton of Get Down Services.
My dad's going to be so stoked to hear you say that.
I learned about Get Down Services from Julian's dad, Conor. Sam was on the podcast. And we were talking about Viagra Boys, and he was like, oh yeah, there's a band kind of like Viagra Boys called Get Down Services, which they're pretty different. So they're only like Viagra Boys because it's kind of the spoken word type lyric delivery. But Crumbs 2 is a fucking awesome album.
If you haven't listened to that episode with my dad yet, go listen to it. Yeah. It's a great episode.
I was telling Conor that's probably the only good one we've done since the hiatus. But no, I stand by every episode of podcadzo, obviously. Well, yeah, because Conor hasn't listened to any of them since the hiatus, so he's not in a position to make that joke.
You're like, I haven't been on any of these, so I'm not going to listen to them. Yeah. I'm a narcissistic fuck.
He just keeps re-listening to ep100.
Yeah, I mean, I went back and re-listened to some of the ones I was on. So
I was going to say, it honestly feels like it's been a long time.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't.
ep100 was
after the wedding.
What, October?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while, but it hasn't been that many episodes.
Yeah, because you guys just weren't making them for a while.
We weren't making them. And we missed one last week, too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's both of our faults. I don't give a fuck.
I don't even remember.
We're probably going to miss a couple weeks.
I just assumed it was my fault.
I'll say it right now. We are going to miss a couple weeks this month in December, too.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I can fire some off without you.
Yeah, just so fun. I can call and leave a voice memo or something with just some of my
That
thoughts.
would be fun.
Okay.
Although, no, don't do that. Julia will kill you if you're doing
true.
podcast work
I'll
remotely.
have to, yeah, I'm not even. What to
Not
say
that
about
Julia's uptight.
No, but any
That's just not a good
any
thing to do in
reasonable
any
woman
context.
would have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Things to say about Crumbs 2. Unlike Alfredo 2, this is not a sequel to Crumbs 1. There's no
Right.
Crumbs
It's just
1.
Crumbs too.
Whoa.
Yeah, Crumbs 2. It's 8 songs. It's more of an EP, honestly. It's 8 songs, 21 minutes. It like just barely meets the threshold for an LP. But it's so fun, so tight. The first 3 songs especially are Don't Choose Me Off, Vomit, Piss and Shit, Something French. I
Vomit,
love
Piss
those.
and Shit's pretty
Vomit,
good.
Piss and Shit is
Yeah.
great.
I like this album already.
Yeah,
I didn't listen to it yet.
you're gonna like it.
Yeah, I think it's
the way it
right up
sounds
your
as well.
alley, honestly.
So yeah,
Nice.
Crumbs 2, Get Down Services.
Wow.
Big shouts out to Sam.
It's honestly a
Thanks
big
for turning me
surprise.
on to it.
Big left field.
And then Amy, your mom tried to turn me on to it as well, but
You just
after
ignored
Sam
it.
already mentioned it first. So
You're like, shut up, Amy.
shouts out to Julian's parents. Thank you for turning me on to Get Down Services.
Yeah. Big shouts out.
Shouts out.
All right.
Shouts out.
My number 8, we'll get it out of the way real quick. It's already been on everyone else's top lists of the year, so I won't say anything extra about it, but it's an album that everyone likes that came out this year, Getting Killed by Geese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking love it. It's
Yep.
great, and the basement session they just dropped reaffirmed how solid the songs
I
are,
did
in my
listen to
opinion.
that. It's so good.
It's very, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid songwriting, solid production, great record. Definitely, I think it'll be a timestamp for the year 2025. I'll remember.
I saw a news article recently that Nick Cave really likes Getting Killed.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
So.
Sure he does, because it'll
Yeah.
get him some clout
He really-
on the internet.
So I'll let Nick
Yeah,
Cave
he really
do
likes.
my
He really likes.
talking for me.
He really likes Israel too, and let's not let people
Oh,
forget.
does he
that.
really?
Does he really?
I feel like
That- you better double check that.
You can't just say that
Yeah.
and not know it.
We'll
I'm
put
pretty
that
sure
dirt
he's like
on
a
the man's
big-
name.
This is worth our time.
Yeah, he called out Roger Waters for his deeply damaging attitude towards Israel. Roger Waters has been on that Free Palestine kick for like 30 years.
Yeah, he is like the most outspoken guy about all that shit, I feel like. But
He's the like first. Let's keep politics
He's
out
one
of
of the-
it and just focus on the music guy. Where all the Pink Floyd fans who have turned into Republicans like feel like they can no longer
Oh,
enjoy
yeah.
Pink Floyd because of
Yeah.
Roger Waters.
Yeah, because they are too fucking stupid to have understood any of the lyrics before
Because
that.
Yeah, they don't
that and
understand.
Rage Against the Machine. I
Yes.
love that shit.
That-
and even System of a
Another-
Down. Like the drummer of
Yeah.
System
I
of a
was
Down
gonna
is
say
a fucking
System of a Down
MAGA
is a sneaky one.
Trumpist.
And that's a sneaky, like, people being like, they were better before they got political. And it's just like, dude, I don't know how you get more political than the song fucking Prison Song
Yeah, they've
on
been
Toxicity.
political
Yeah.
since like song 1 of LP 1.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah. Anyway,
Number 7
I'm going, for me,
for you.
Panda Bear.
Hey.
Nice.
Yes, I listened to this one a lot. Came out earlier in the year. Sinister Grift is what it's called. I didn't have to check. I remembered. Earlier in the year, I listened to it a lot. Just Panda Bear is great. One of those guys been doing it for a long time. Just elite at just his craft. And this album, this direction of being like, I like a lot of Animal Collective, the solo Panda Bear. Never gotten totally into. Some of it gets a little experimental, but this album really is good songs. Very,
Conor,
very Beach
would you
Boysy.
say it's a love letter to 60s bubblegum pop, maybe?
It's kind of a love letter to the Beach Boys. It's super Beach Boysy in a good way.
It very much is.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how that could be a bad way. The Beach Boys are great, but yeah, and it's super poppy, but it still has his like production sheen to it where he's just so good at what he does, and a lot of really good songs, just pretty much no skips for me. Had it a repeat and kind of got me back into some more going on. Might have honestly kicked off my whole sort of indie sleaze kick I went on this year, where I was listening to a lot of kind of indie shit from that era, from that 2010s, but which is never a bad kick to go on.
No, it's always
there's
rewarding.
so much good stuff down that, and I always end up finding like one or two new random bands out of it that I didn't know before.
Yeah.
So yeah, Panda Bear. Shout out Panda Bear, still doing it and not just retreading like a very different kind of feel for Panda Bear, but still very much him, and good record, great record.
My number 7, Cutthroat by Shame.
Okay.
Y'all know Shame?
Don't know that? No.
No?
Mm-mm.
I know your dad likes Shame
Okay.
because I've heard him play it on NDSF. I got into Shame heavy back in like 2017, I think is when their first album came out. And
Oh, so you're OG.
I'm OG. I listened to a fuck ton of Shame. I very much associate Shame and Idols, and a lot of people do because they're kind of similar bands. But in like 2017, I remember Shame and Idols was like all I was listening to then. That first Shame's album is fantastic. This album is great as well. Came out in June of this year. That was around the wedding, so I wasn't like listening to a lot of music then. Kind of forgot the album came out until like a couple months ago, but Shame's been in the rotation a lot since then, and it's a great album. Not too much of a departure from their other stuff. It's still very kind of straightforward. It like what got me on Shame originally on the first album, it's like mostly a punk album, but they are so good at doing like jangly, super melodic indie stuff with that in a very interesting, dynamic way. And that's kind of exactly what this album continues to be. I'd say even a little bit more on the punky side. They stay.
Sounds a little Parquet Courts.
It is Parquet Courts-esque. It's, do you know Yard Act?
No.
You would like Yard Act. You should check out Yard Act. Very Yard Act-esque. It's very British too. Like
sounds like a Yard Act to follow.
Ah!
ha! They would be. They're a good band.
Not want to follow them.
So yeah, so check out.
I knew it.
Check out Cutthroat.
What's a good Yard Act album?
Their first one.
Penis
They only have
envy.
2. The one that came out in 2023. I think it's just called Yard Act.
The Overload?
The Overload, I guess. Black album cover. That's the one. That's a good album.
Man, it's my...
Yeah, check it out.
All right. Cool. And I'm also going to check out Cutthroat by Shame.
Do it. Listen to.
Great. I'm sure it's going to be great. I have a lot of new stuff to go listen to. After
listen
this.
to.
It's going to inspire me to.
Why can't I?
Maybe we'll come back for the Wrapped episode and have a 10th album I can put on here.
Here, wait, real quick. Never mind. Go ahead, Julian. Sorry.
All right. Number 7 for me is gonna be the Sumac and More Mother record called The Film. It's kind of just another saga in the Sumac universe of noise with crazy ass riffs. But it's with More Mother as like the front woman, and she's also like a noise artist. So it's a little bit of extra ambience, a lot of like themes about environmental catastrophe and social catastrophe. So pretty relatable for the year, I would say. And yeah, just very conceptually solid, like very entertaining to listen to. Very like, very cool with the way that it bounces between using ambience to kind of make tension and then just using like straight up heavy metal riffage and a lot of like post-metal tendencies to make a lot of the tension as well. It's a good length. It's not too long. The noise bits aren't like overwhelmingly noisy. So I think it's a good, just a good culmination of everything Sumac's kind of done up to this point. And yeah, very like thematically fitting, I would say, for the year that we just had, being that it's kind of fucked from a social and environmental standpoint.
Is this an episode of I Love Films?
It is. I love the films.
Sorry, I had to,
The
had to
Films
get
by
that one.
Suman. Good album. All right, that was an episode of
That was
I
the
Love
whole
back to
episode.
fun.
Films.
Great app.
Great
Good
up.
app.
Great
Great
app.
up. I feel good about
Great
it.
app.
Yeah.
All right. Number 6.
6. We're plowing through.
6.
Steaming right to
Yeah, this
wrong.
one. I've got this one in the 6th spot. I'm already kind of. I'm gonna switch my
Bro's
5 and
editing
6
his
spot
list mid-episode.
on the fly here because we talked about it, and for number 6. I'm gonna do the Deftones album.
Nice.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I left Deftones off my list, dude.
Shit.
What a massive omission.
Was that a miss? Was
That's
that
a
just straight
huge
Huge
miss.
miss.
Deftones should
I
definitely
feel
be
like
on
I kind of
here.
almost
High
forgot about
on
it
here.
too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that album, man, whatever. I already put it in 6. So that's my 6. But every album from here on out, I've could honestly on any day of the week be my number 1. These albums all rule. So Deftones, when something, and I've got another similar artist on this list where it's a band that's been doing it for this long and still still got it, and it still sounds like Deftones, but then this really put me on a kick of listening to going back listening to a lot of Around the Fur and White Pony, and it feels like Deftones, and then you go listen to Around the Fur and you're like, it's crazy how different it is from Around the Fur, but they still have their through line, but it's I don't know, it was almost like it had parallels to Brat almost in some ways, it felt like, in a weird way, and then just still had those driving riffs, but just this popular kind of, I don't even know how to describe what that feeling, the sound was around it, where it wasn't it was less heavy, but it was just different and kind of smoother, and felt like a natural progression for them to have matured to. So it was, I was just really happy and really surprised. I did not think that a new Deftones album was going to come out this year and fucking capture me like it did, but that album rules.
That record feels like neon lights, just a row of bright neon lights walking down a crisp, dark night, you know? It's just
Most definitely.
prim and polished, and
I'm very upset I left that off my list, because when we were talking about this the other week, and I was like, oh man, it's going to be hard for me to come up with albums. I remember Deftones being one of the ones I was like, oh, well, there's Deftones. I really liked that album.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was making the list this morning, I just spaced it completely.
I mean, it did come out long enough ago that I could see how you would forget about it, but yeah, it is definitely one of those, again, time stamp records.
It is a great album. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Universally acclaimed as well.
my number 6, Sinister Grift, Panda Bear.
Wow, very
So,
good.
Everything
Nice.
Conor said.
Nice.
I love Panda Bear. I love his earlier stuff too, what's the People Pool or whatever, whatever that album's called, the one with Comfy and Naughty. Yeah, Person Push.
Pool of people.
Comfy and Naughty.
Person
Person
Pitch,
Pitch. That's
yeah.
right. Person Pitch.
That is a good one.
It's a great album.
Yeah, he
Comfy
does-
and
I like his
Nautica
solo
is
stuff.
an all-timer song for me, and I've made it very clear on this podcast how much I love Animal Collective, especially Merriweather Post Pavilion. It's an all-timer for me.
Yeah, Merriweather Post Pavilion is so good.
It's an amazing album. And Panda Bear, you can tell Panda Bear's contribution and influence on Merriweather Post Pavilion. One of my favorite parts of that is the vocal harmonies that he leads, and I feel like he's probably the writer of those harmonies. And he brings a lot of that to Sinister Grift, because it is very Beach Boys inspired, as Conor was saying. And I love it.
My Girls is one of the best harmonies ever written.
Definitely. Yeah. I think that one is having a small TikTok moment right now. I've been seeing a few.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I've been seeing
That
some
song
reels with
fucking
that.
rules. That song's like a out of body experience.
Yeah. It's all of Merriweather Post Pavilion. It's so good. And Sinister Grift is great. So yeah. Number 6.
Fuck yeah.
There's just artists out there who are just, in my opinion, like your Vampire Weekends and your LCD Sound Systems, and just these bands that are just doing it that are just at a higher level.
Yeah.
It feels like than everyone else. And
Oh yeah,
Panda
LCD
Bear I
sound
put into
system
that.
doing the same shit for 7 minutes is
Yeah, I
super
knew.
revolutionary.
Okay.
Oh, I came up with this
The
cool
guy-
synth loop. Let's run it for 8
I
minutes.
know what Connor's saying.
Yeah,
It could be
Julian's back
super
'cause-
above
yeah.
the bar. Yeah.
Julian's back because I didn't have the new Blink-182 album on here to go with his thrice record.
Huge crossover
I
and
did put the
fanship
Blink
there.
182 record
Yeah.
on here again.
That Venn diagram is a circle of people who loved Thrice and who loved the new Blink-182. All right, Julian, over to you for number 6.
All right, number 6 for me is gonna be the Eyes record Spinner. Came out earlier this
I
year.
never listened to that.
It's so good.
Very, very good.
You told me to, and I was like, I'm gonna.
Still think you would like it. No, don't be sorry. I think it's probably my favorite. Well, according to my list, I would say it's probably definitely my favorite, like very heavy record of the year. It's short and sweet, nothing crazy, not super conceptual, just like a fun listen with a lot of really good riffs. And the way that the songs are put together is also, I would say, like very entertaining and not super conventional. And yeah, it's one of the only records that came out in the first half of the year that I still am listening to in the back half of the year. So
remember I said when we were talking about Fredo 2, I was like, it was either this one or one other album. It was Eyes.
nice.
Spinner. I loved that album. You turned me on to it at the start of the year. I listened to so much of it, but the only reason it made the list is it just hasn't been staying in the rotation as much. So I
Yeah.
felt a little disingenuous putting that in the top 10.
And I didn't want to. I mean, I did want to put it on my list somewhere. It wound up higher on my list because when I was thinking about it, I did realize that I was coming back to it somewhat frequently. And then for me, it's a great palate cleanser record when I'm in between other things or when I'm not totally sure what I want to listen to. I just throw on the Spinner record, and it's always like so much fun to listen to. Yeah. And again, it sounds great. It's mixed super well, and for a pretty thrashy record, it's not like hard to listen to. It's not like tiring. And yeah, it's a good mix of like post-metal, post-hardcore with just like thrash metal, and yeah, it's a very good, just heavy ass fucking record. So yeah,
For sure.
love it. All right, number 5.
Number 5. Over to you, Connor.
Oh, he's zoned out again. Every time I mention a record, he literally, this is his face.
He's locked in, dude. That was different.
I'm not zoned out. Hey, would you prefer that or me? I said sorry because I also feel like I just keep interrupting just to be like, oh, I haven't listened to that.
Oh, that one, that's an album I don't know.
Oh, this is my number. Oh, yeah, that, I didn't hear it.
At least when you made fun of Thrice, I knew that you heard that I mentioned them.
I know, yeah, and the last one was Spinner album.
Spinner album.
The Spinner album.
All right, my number 5, this is the one I flipped, so my number 5 is gonna be Geese Getting Killed. Just very good. There's I haven't, like I was talking about it earlier with Colin before we started recording, and we were waiting for Julian to show up forever. I still haven't spent like as much time with it as I'd like to, but I spent enough time with it to where it's a really fucking good album. There's a lot of very good songs on it. I think you'll be seeing one of them probably on my top songs of the year. Just really good, like some very emotional songwriting that comes through pretty well in a lot. So just super high quality album. Big fan.
Agreed.
My number 5, Moisturizer by Wet Leg.
Interesting.
Yep. It's so high on the list because I do like the album, but it is one of the albums I listened to the most this year because it's Julia's favorite shit. She loves Wet Leg, and this was definitely the soundtrack to many a summer outings. The first single was Catch These Fists, and it was a much anticipated drop because Wet Leg, their first album, so great. Conor and I have talked about it on this podcast how much we love that album. And they had so many banger singles off of it. And so when they waited like 4 years between albums, I was really expecting a lot. And I think I just put too much pressure on it the expectations were super high that it was bound to fail. So I wasn't into the first single. But after the whole album came out, and I listened to it in context, some time passed and listened to the single, Catch These Fists, more and more. I love that song. And I love the whole album. Wet Leg are super dope.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Super, yeah.
Sweet.
Again, a super acclaimed record for the year. Like, everyone just really liked that one when it came out, and it's been staying in the zeitgeist ever since, I feel like. So, my number 5 is the Viagra Boys record, Viagra Boys. Fucking just, again, not to be a broken record, very acclaimed record for the year, I would say. Everyone really liked it. It's a good pinpoint in like where we're at as a society, and also what Viagra Boys is trying to do as a band.
Didn't make the Pitchfork top 50 as acclaimed as it is. I was looking
They
for it
never
on
give
there.
them good.
I
they
know.
never
I
give
feel like
them
they're
good
Viagra Boys
scores.
isn't a Pitchfork band.
And
I didn't see what they gave him that one, but they gave Cave World like a 6.5. So
Yeah.
I was like, are you kidding me?
it wasn't very mentioned necessarily by the blogger and music journalists as much, but it was very popular within its little cult of like the punk rock losers and
underrated
stuff. They're
in
highly
general to this
underrated.
day.
I think this record is them starting to become more accepted by the mainstream because it is a very accessible record in a lot of ways. The weirdest parts about the record are like his lyrics and his vocal performance, but the record itself is pretty accessible and very catchy. There's a lot of like true earworm moments and very like catchy riffs and hooks and ideas that are all over the whole entire record. It's very entertaining from start to finish. And yeah, again, when it came out, I was listening to it all the time. It never really fell off the roto. I still listen to it fairly often, and the songs that are on it really speak to like what I went through as a person this year and where I've been at as an individual, and they also speak to the greater context of like I feel like where the world's at. But that's not necessarily why I like the record. I just think it's a cool thing that happened to me so much this year. Music came out that really seemed to be like reflective of what I was experiencing as a person. So
Yeah, Julian's been envious of a body they recovered from an ancient bog. That's the experience he's talking about.
I was in a 4-month relationship with the bog body this summer.
Yep. It went sour. Not to put too much emphasis on Pitchfork, but I just was curious, and I don't think they even reviewed Viagra Boys.
Probably not.
Wow,
I can't find a review.
sick.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
just
fuck
looking at they didn't
Pitchfork.
review that Shame album either.
It's interesting because a lot of things that I read reviews on that weren't that, like the reviews weren't that favorable when I read them at the time. A lot of those records were on the top 50 list this year, which I thought was very interesting. Because it's like, I remember you kind of shitting on this record when it came out, and now you're like calling it one of the best albums
They
of
were
the year.
scraping the
Yeah, they
barrel
haven't-
like
yeah,
us.
a little bit maybe.
They haven't reviewed a Viagra Boys album since Cave World, and they gave Cave World a 6.2.
I just saw that. Ridiculous.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
That album was like one of maybe the best album of that entire year.
Of 2023, no doubt. It was up there for
Yeah.
me. All right, number 4, over to you, Connor.
Oh, number 4, over to me, is number 4. My number 4 album of 2025 is La Disputes. Nobody was driving.
Hey,
wow.
Nobody was driving the car. Yes. Banger album.
Yeah, very, very good.
I guess it kind of worked for me. The release strategy, I don't know how I feel about it. I guess it did kind of work because I listened to all those EPs a lot. I think Julian tipped me off when like the 3rd or 4th one came out, and I went back and was just like, yeah, these are all really good. But then when it did fall a little flat when the actual album dropped, and there was only like 2 additional songs
I
on
think
it.
for me, the one thing I will say that I had the realization on later was that I got to form way more of a relationship with each individual song just by the virtue of listening to them in chunks like that. Because if it was just the whole record at once, it's like you're listening to the whole thing from start to finish. Most of the time, at least, that's how I listen to stuff. And so some songs just, you don't really ever internalize them as much because you're just hearing them within that full context of the record. But when it's 3-4 songs at a time, you really do get to like internalize each individual song. And then when the whole record comes out, you're like, I already know this whole fucking record. And then the 2 songs that didn't get released, in my opinion, were like two of the best songs on the whole record. So it really made it like a whole full circle moment.
So I'm glad this has come up because I left that album off my list. And
You
this
piece
is
of shit.
This is splitting hairs,
Intentionally.
but it's because I never really had a relationship with the album. I've barely listened to the album since it dropped as an album.
Interesting.
I listened to the fuck out of those EPs and very much think of them as EPs.
Interesting.
So I love all the songs on that album, but the release strategy really didn't make me that excited or didn't encourage me to listen to the album.
See, I think for
I
me,
feel like I agree with both of you. Where I feel like I see them as EPs, but since they're an album, I put them on here as an album.
Yeah.
But Julian, you make a really good point. Where like, yeah, I think even though I didn't even come onto it until I think the fourth one, and so I still was going back and listening to all four. But yeah, I listened to each song more, I feel like, because I would just like be listening to the EP on repeat and it'd be like 3 songs at a time on repeat. And there's his lyrics are so insane that like it does really the repeat listens and just like having the song catch you at a time where you like really lock into it. And
yeah, you can listen to it a bunch and still feel like you're not really fully absorbing every moment of it just because of how non-repetitive it is.
I still think he's one of the great, just like storytellers in a song too.
100%.
And always has been. Like King Park is so insane that way, and this album just almost feels like it's like 12 King Parks, but with like a heavier guitar sound, and like the whole thing's heavier and feels up to date. So yeah, that album, sweet album. Shout out. I think Julian turned me on to it. I was aware of Blood Dispute, but I was not aware they were putting out new shit. And that album, I've got way more into that than any other older stuff, for sure.
Totally.
You've gotten a lot of people into that album this year.
Oh, 100%. I think it's
really been singing
again
their praises.
universal. Like people, everyone that listens to it just is like, wow, this really connects to like me in a lot of ways personally, and the music is very, very enticing as well.
Yeah.
There's not a boring moment on the whole thing.
Will, you want to hop on the pod, brother? We got Will
Get on this
Benson
pod.
in the stew now.
You're gonna have to pull up, I think, the chair that's
do you
behind me.
Do you have albums prepared at all?
Did we even tell him what we were doing?
I thought I mentioned.
I don't think you
we
told
didn't.
him what
Oh
we were
shit! I
doing.
meant to mention it over. We're talking about top albums of 2025.
Yeah. See if you can make a list.
See if you
real
can make a
quick.
list of your top 3, and then we'll get you in. We're on number 4 right now. Okay, my number 4, More by Pulp.
Okay. I kind of saw that one coming.
Oh,
Not in a mean way.
No, yeah, it's fine. I'm glad you saw it coming. Big release for me.
Yeah.
Much anticipated.
Also,
I love
just
Pulp.
very up your
They mean a lot
alley
to
as
me.
far as
Very up my
the sound.
And so well done. There's other legacy British, Britpop specifically, artists that have released music this year. Richard Ashcroft, namely, who just absolutely shit the bed. And Pulp, it was very well executed. They still have it. They got a creative vision and an edge. And the production of this album was just fantastic. It's one of the best sounding albums.
Yeah, it's very
of
thoroughly
the year.
produced for sure.
Jarvis Cocker's voice still sounds great. I love it.
Hell yeah. I think, when I didn't listen to that record more than once, I will admit, but I did listen to it, and it reminded me of you pretty much the whole time.
Hell yeah.
It's number 4.
4.
Is, for me, going to be The Future Is Here and Everything Needs to Be Destroyed by The Armed. Love this record. I think it's the best Armed record by far. It's the best.
I didn't listen to this one.
I don't think you'd like it. Well, no, I think you might like
I like
it.
I listened to Super Pop.
Yeah, Ultra Pop.
Is that what it was called?
Ultra Pop.
Ultra Pop.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
No, I think this one's the perfect culmination
Close
of
enough for us to believe you actually listened to it.
their poppy stuff and their heavy stuff, their really noisy stuff. It is very noisy, but not like so unbearably painful that is just like scary, I think. I actually showed my mom some of the songs from this record, and she could get through them, so that's how I know it's not like, too terrifying. But yeah, just a very, very good record. Very well put together, produced super well, and the sequence on it is very cool too. Like the transitions are all super seamless. So yeah, very, very much into that record. And again, just will probably associate this record very heavily with 2025 forever because it was a thing that I was listening to a lot through a lot of the middle part of the year when there like wasn't too much else, in my opinion, that was like happening that was cool.
I kind of forgot about this album, but I did like it. Of the Armed shit, I think it might be my favorite since Ultra Pop.
I honestly think in a lot of ways it's a bit better than Ultra Pop because it's more refined, and a bit more just like to the point. It's not quite as like trying to be so many things at once.
Yeah. Well, you can sit down if you want. We have headphones.
No, you gotta stand until you finish your list.
And a microphone there.
Bitch.
Oh, sorry, they're on the right chair here. All right, we're into the
place where you live.
Now face north.
Great, now we're gonna get fucking sued.
Spotify, we can't play songs on this podcast anymore because Spotify will take our shit down. We were able to get away with it. We played a bunch of music.
You guys are
in ep107.
too big now.
I know. Yeah.
We did?
We played the Richard Ashcroft stuff there.
Oh.
What did it, which pissed me off, is Jokes for Wokes. That's what they took us down for originally, is because we played Jokes on Wokes, wherever that YouTuber is.
Wow.
Anyways, can you hear? Cool.
Yes, I can hear.
We got you. Cool. All right.
Top three.
We're in the top three. Connor, over to you.
Top three. All right, my number three. This was, I guess a lot of you kind of falls into that category, but this is what I was alluding to when I was talking about Deftones in terms of a band that's been around forever and fucking shocked the shit out of me with an incredible release this year, and that is Clips.
Nice.
Clips.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Again,
the new Clips album.
Wow.
Didn't go
Clips
through
was
the
great.
whole Pitchfork list, admittedly, but the Clips album was
I do not
not
believe it
in
was
their
on there.
top
Yeah.
20, which was very
They gave
surprising
it-
to me.
No, it wasn't in the top 50. They gave it like a 6.5. Like Pitchfork's been, I'm like over Pitchfork,
Yeah,
dude. And I
fuck
used
them.
to defend. I used to be a
Yeah.
Pitchfork defender, but like, because Fantano gave this album a 10.
Now I want to take my Pitchfork and bring it to Pitchfork.
I mean, maybe that's why they call him that. But
Yeah, they knew
Anyway,
one day.
let
It was
God-
self-fulfilling prophecy.
let God sort them out. I don't know if you guys like the old Clips stuff, but I fucking love it. Hell Hath No Fury, Lord Willin'. So good. We got it for cheap. All that shit, all the free solo Pusha T shit is so good.
Mhm.
Then Malice retired from rapping, and so Pusha T went solo, and then Malice comes back. They get Pharrell back on the boards because I guess the Neptunes broke up, so it's just Pharrell. Old stuff is all
Yeah,
Neptunes.
yeah.
But it's so like doesn't sound like their old stuff. It's like totally modernized production, but not in a way where it's like generic. Like it's fucking good. The production on this album is so good. And then it is just Pusha T somehow. I don't know how his stuff just never gets old to me, but this is now the third straight album if you include this in like Daytona, and then It's Almost Dry. Like I've just before that, My Name Is My Name. Like he's been doing the same thing, but he just always gets the sickest producers and the best production, and he never runs out of bars. Like his bars are just still so top notch to this day. And then Malice on this album is absurdly good. There are just so many verses on this album that just personally just floor me with how good they are. Like the rapping is so good and the production is so good throughout. Just fucking hell of a rap record that took me back to that old Clip stuff.
I'm
It is a very
experiencing
solid record.
I'm experiencing a time warp right now that album was this year. It
It is
feels
very
like a
interesting.
long time ago
Yeah,
that was
came
the
out
album
in
came out.
June, I
I know,
think.
yeah, it was more recent than a lot of shit I have on here, but I feel like it was like a year ago that came
It also feels like the type of record that's just been out for a long time. Like it has instant.
It's also one of
timelessness.
those. I think the single. I think Ace Trumpets came out like 2 months before the record came out. So it had a longer release schedule.
All right, my number 3, Shish by Portugal the Man.
Nice.
Mm.
I knew it was going to be somewhere. I
Yeah.
just didn't know where.
It's number 3. It was a no-brainer that it would be in the top 3. Where exactly I struggled with, but I feel like number 3 is the right spot for it. It might go higher just because it's kind of a somewhat recent release, so I haven't been able to spend as much time with it as my 2 and 1. But great album. Portugal the Man continues to innovate and push their sound with every album, which I respect a lot about them. It's led them astray a couple times. I didn't like Woodstock that much. But they really recovered with Chris Black, Changed My Life, which came out, I think, just last year.
23.
It was 23. Okay. I love that album. And this album, it's like the most they've changed their sound in a lot of regards between albums, but they still like managed to bring it back to the classic Portugal the Man poppiness. And it's so well done. Super cool, creative vision, well executed.
I remember when Denali came out, I was just like, whoa.
Yeah,
this is
Denali was
Portugal
such a
the
cool
Man?
single. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely need to spend more time with that record too.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Will, do you have your number 3?
Yeah. So I had literally no time to prepare. So
Literally no time.
I wonder what that's like.
Oh, shut the fuck up. You had a full day.
Yeah, Conor had to do 10.
I was working. Today
be
was my
fair.
first day back at work,
Oh,
dude. I had
wow.
fucking shit to do.
You can pretend like you're working and then do other things instead. That's the universal
I had to-
secret.
But I also had to actually get things done so I could be done in time to come on this fucking podcast at 4:30.
Which is more than some people can say.
I was
Yeah.
late because I was at work. If anyone would understand, it would be you.
Yeah, but you just said you can work while doing all this
Yeah.
shit.
I can't podcast at work, can I?
Sure, if you try hard enough.
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
would definitely
You
get
could,
at
in the
least a
bathroom.
write-up for
Yeah.
that. In the bathroom.
Well.
Hey, I got to go take a shit for an hour and a
Okay,
half.
well, let's stop our
Yeah.
petty arguing, and we haven't even given
Yeah.
Will a
yeah,
chance.
fucking speak.
Yeah,
He
wow.
pulled off the impossible, and he put 3 together in no time.
I put 3
And now we won't even let him say it.
that are notable, like at least the ones I can remember right now.
That's probably a good way to do it. Probably the most honest way to do it is what just immediately comes
Yeah.
to mind.
So number 3 is Miss Honey by Little Truck.
Nice.
Little Truck is this super tiny Spotify artist, like freaking 3,000 listens a month. Actually, this person released, I think, 2 or 3 singles like 2 years ago, and then just dropped off. And they finally came out with an album this year.
Oh, yeah, we
with those
listened to this
singles
album.
on.
This one was dope.
And it's really good. It's
pretty solid.
Yeah, it's a really solid album, like for a first album from an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's really great. So
Hell yeah.
that's my number 3.
Hell yeah.
Good one.
Easy.
Shout out Little Truck. Everyone go check that out. Julian, your number 3.
My number 3 is going to be the record Private Music by the band Deftones. And I will try not to go too into detail because we've already talked about this record a lot. But it's super fucking good. It's just a really good record. Like Conor said earlier, it feels super familiar while also feeling like it's treading new territory. And also a really interesting thing, like we talked about the whole idea of them being 30 years into their career and putting out something as just absolutely solid as this. I think it's also crazy that they're 30 years into their career and still appealing to kids who are 15 to 20. Like, there's kids that I know who are literally kids who their favorite band is Deftones and their favorite release of the year was Private Music. And I think that just says a lot about people's desire to hear heavier music that it isn't just overproduced, pop-inspired, pop-derived fucking bullshit. And that people are down to see a band refine something over a period of years as long as it stays exciting. Some people that I talked to about this record that like Deftones felt like it was derivative perhaps of like earlier Deftones or just the genre in general, but I don't think it's necessarily derivative if it is that exciting to so many people that vary in age so much while still being like super familiar to the rest of the back catalog.
And like I was saying, if you go back and compare it to like Around the Fur and like White Pony, it's like it feels like similar until you actually go back and listen to those, and it's like it's
They're
very
actually
different.
It's so
pretty
different.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do have to shout out the sequence of the record as well. I just think it's perfectly sequenced. So yeah,
Yeah.
Private Music, amazing record.
Indeed. All right, number 2. Getting down to the wire.
My number 2 is Lux by Rosalia,
Rosalia.
or
Nice.
Rosalia, however you say
Rosalia.
it.
I don't say it
It's a
like
club.
that. I don't say it like that.
Julian says Rosalia.
Rosalier.
Rosalier.
Rosalie. I was just thinking the Springsteen song. I think that's why she named herself that. But no, I don't think that's why. But no, I don't know if you guys listen to much of this album, but it is super good. This was the other non-English album I was alluding to on my list.
I should have guessed.
Yeah. Just like a super just epic, deep feel. She's got a really incredible voice. The production's really good. She really reminds me, I don't know why, but a lot of it reminds me of Kate Bush even.
Yeah,
And
I could see that.
I've fucked with Kate Bush pretty heavy. So yeah, just like more, this one's more of just like a feeling album, just like the feeling this album gave me listening to it, which is kind of pretty what's the word for that? I don't know, like ethereal or but yeah, really I don't understand what she's saying, but
you don't need to.
I think it's
that
very,
adds to it.
Yeah. One of the best of the year.
Yeah.
Great album.
I never
thought it was also
sorry.
too low on the Pitchfork list. Also, it had like 15, which kind of surprised me because I thought they were big Rosalia stands. But
definitely, I listened to a lot of songs off the album, but never to like the album through and through. So I'd be posing if
especially
I put it
after
on the list.
Racist.
But yeah,
it's a little
I just don't think she's capable of a album.
You're a sexist and a
yeah, I'll
racist.
give her that she can put out some good songs.
I think it's like a little front loaded. The whole thing's good, but like the first half is really good if you just listen to it straight through.
Okay, word.
Yeah,
All right, my number 2, Getting Killed. Geese.
It's pretty high up there.
Yeah.
nice.
Well, when I heard Nick Cave liked it so much, it shot right up the list for me.
Sure.
And
Wait, I
Base
thought you
your
had it
whole
at, like,
thing pretty
9.
much off of him.
No, I haven't 9. I haven't mentioned it yet. I had Never Enough
Oh.
at 9. Are you
It was me.
conflating the
That
two?
was
I
one you
thought-
were spacing
oh.
out.
yeah, that was one of the Julian answers.
Well, obviously it wasn't because I remember somebody mentioned it. So
You just remember who or when.
You had a 50-50 chance. You gambled and you lost on who had
well,
it
maybe
earlier in the list.
maybe it was Benson. who mentioned it.
Oh,
Is Getting Killed your number 2 per chance?
it's not.
All right. What's your
All right.
number 2?
Well,
My number 2, it's actually the new La Dispute album.
Yeah.
One's
Oh,
Driving
wow.
the Car.
Nice.
Fuck
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, which
That's been on both there. Oh, wait, that hasn't been on your
Nice.
list yet.
No.
that was my number 4.
It was Conor's
Wait,
number 4.
but talk about your Getting Killed. I cut you off.
Oh, I don't need. You guys said everything about Getting Killed. That
You don't have any personal
don't-
thoughts?
no personal. I just know it's a cool album to like. I know that you two guys like it.
Yeah.
I don't have a personal connection
Definitely
with
a
any
cry.
of the albums on here. I just ran it through
Liked them
an
for the clout.
algorithm. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they're giving.
I've got
me
a couple good
crap.
cry in the shower albums on here, but that's probably the best if you're really going through it.
Getting
Then,
Killed. Yeah,
yeah, it could help or it could make you 100 times more miserable.
I mean,
Like,
that's exactly
that-
what I would say about No One Was Driving the Car, too.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'd kill myself.
yeah.
If I was super
But
sad.
in a
listening
different
to that
way.
album.
Yeah, getting killed will make you more sad. No One Was Driving the Car will make you more angry.
Nah, there's moments on No One Was Driving the Car where I'm like, I could kill myself right now. And
I more just get
people
pissed
would
off.
understand why I did it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They'd be like, oh, he was listening to La Dispute. Yeah.
that
like
album's
I'll
taking a lot of
pay-
lives.
I'll pay
Do
do
cocaine.
cocaine. That song is that's a
You can
dangerous
stay
song
with
to have.
me. I love that song.
Please take a share. I've already seen some pretty heart-wrenching edits to that song. I'm seeing a lot of sports edits where it's like somebody who left one of my favorite teams to go play for another team, and then they're like, "Please don't go, like us." Oh, so good. That song's pretty gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
I will say something about Getting Killed is the back half is more stacked for me.
Definitely.
I keep returning to. I keep going and punching in around. I pays do cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listening from there on.
my song that made my top 5 songs is from the back half.
Say it.
Well, that's just a little teaser.
A little teasy.
I wonder if we
I'm
have the
just
same
teasing
one.
that. I'm
Connor.
teasing that.
Sorry, I'm
teasing that.
eating on the pod. I'm really hungry.
I mean, I didn't put it on my top
Mob
5,
eaters,
so
Julian.
I'll just say right now that an honorable mention for me is 100 Horses. I just fucking love that song so much. Even though it's more of one of the just like aimless songs on the record, it's like so
Oh,
fucking
actually, you
fun
know what
to
it
listen
is?
to.
Thanks for not
This would be
letting
a-
Will talk about his number 2 album, so you could talk
I'm
about
sorry,
a song that's
he's the
not
one
even
who
on.
This would be a
literally
front
brought
half
it
of
back to getting killed because he interrupted you the first
You said
time.
no one.
I lied.
This isn't even on my list,
lied
and no
about
one
that
asked.
song.
But I like this song
Okay, that's what the point
from
of
an
the podcast.
album I
Okay.
already.
Isn't that what we've been
told
doing for the
everyone I
last
liked.
hour?
No, it's been focused.
Okay. I'm gonna see myself out now.
Will, back to you.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know what you guys said about it, but
That it rules.
yeah, I mean, it does. I mean, I didn't even listen to a lot of Dispute until like literally a month ago when Julian showed me
I
this
just
album.
said Julian's turned so many people on to this album.
And yeah, and I'm going through a fucking rough time right now. So this album has been really good for me. I have cried
Nice.
in the car listening to this album.
Same here.
And there's so many great songs on there. Environmental Catastrophe Film that's the one that made me cry, because there's like a part in there where it goes like everything that ever happens will never happen again. You can only move forward, and that really got to me. And I mean, so much of it. Self Portrait Backwards is amazing. Probably my
Yeah,
favorite
ugh.
song though is Sibling Fist Fight at Mom's 50th birthday party.
Oh,
That was pretty great.
so good.
So yeah, it's amazing, and I've been going through the back catalog too. I mean, it's all so good. Gets me in the feels right now.
Yeah, totally.
Julian,
Number 2.
you're number 2.
All right, my number 2 is Shish by Portugal the Man. I've listened to it at least once a day, probably more like twice a day since it came out. So even though it is pretty fresh, I feel like I know it pretty well. And it is, in my opinion, as more of a casual Portugal the Man fan, it is by far the best they've ever sounded. It's the coolest songwriting they've ever done. It's the most like departed, like you said, from the rest of their catalog, but also with the solid through line of like, oh yeah, this still sounds like Portugal the Man.
Yeah.
I think it's really impressive that they kind of, I mean, obviously, like, they alluded to the way the record was going to sound with the singles, but it's still pretty far out of left field for them to put out something that sounds like this, especially with the context of Chris Black Changed My Life being pretty significantly different in a lot of ways. So yeah, I think it's a masterful release. I think the strategy was perfect. I think that like the lyrical themes and the instrumental production themes are all like very cohesive and make a lot of sense and are like very well thought out. And the whole record is just like so fucking entertaining. Like every song is not skippable. Like even if a song comes on one day and I'm like, oh man, I don't really know how much I love this one. Literally like 30 seconds in, I'm like, oh yeah, no, this is great. Like I love this. And yeah, it's just such a surprising, like a very pleasantly surprising release to the point where I'm like, I can't believe I'm repping Portugal the Man this hard, like
I'm
after
really
all
glad
this time.
you like it so much.
Yeah,
and I
no.
never saw this coming like a Portugal the Man album that you would get so much behind. So.
Sure, and it is if it would be a record, it would be one like this. And because of how significantly departed it is from like their traditional Portugal the Man sound, it's just like makes me appreciate everything else even more, because it's like their ability to experiment and pull it off very seamlessly is more apparent now in my mind, that they
doubt.
made such a huge leap so successfully. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Number 1.
Down to number 1. Let's do
Number
it.
1. My number 1 is Baby by Dijon.
Interesting.
I knew that'd be
That's
on
my
Connor's
numero
list
uno.
somewhere.
I think I told you guys it was going to be pretty high. This album had me an absolute... I listened to it. I did not listen to it right when it came out. I was a little late on it, but once I got to it, it had me in a fucking chokehold. I love R&B. I've loved R&B for a long time, and this is, I don't know, maybe not a good album to listen to if you can't get over people being kind of derivative, or wearing their influences on their sleeve a little bit. But I really like the way this album is produced and the way it sounds. And, you know, he pulls from D'Angelo, he pulls from Prince, he pulls from Frank Ocean, but I think it all comes out sounding really, really good, and sounds really fun. It's got some deep kind of more emotional songs, some slower stuff. But it's just front to back. Fucking love it. Love every song on this album.
Well, I
So
think you
good.
would like this album if you haven't listened to it.
I have not
Dijon.
yet.
You would like his first album too.
Okay.
Came out like 5 years
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
He's super good, and he's had a big year. He had this album, which Pitchfork had this as their number 2 album of the year, so we agreed on that. He produced the Bieber albums that came out, and he was in One Battle After Another.
That's right.
briefly.
Yeah.
So
I love that movie.
shout out to John.
Shout out Dijon. Great album. It's an
Doing your
honorable
thing.
mention of mine.
it's
Spoiler,
really
it's
good.
not my number one. If you guys were expecting that my number one album.
I
I
thought
wasn't-
maybe you
I
guys
wasn't-
were going to
Dijon.
finally line up on this.
Yep.
Is it Viagra Boys?
It is Viagra.
I knew it.
Way to
Yeah.
spoil it.
Yep.
He called it.
This one was kind of a no-brainer for me. I knew Viagra Boys would be number one. It just holds a very special place in my heart. I love it. It's not my favorite. Cave World still remains. Excuse me. Cave World still remains my favorite Viagra Boys album, but this is a close second. And I don't know. All things Julian said about it. It's great. I loved the singles. I really liked the release strategy for this.
The videos are great too.
The videos are great. We debated this a little bit if it was a good idea for the first 3 singles to be the first 3 songs, and I think it's cool.
And with time, it
Yeah.
has, I think, made more sense. At first, it just felt like maybe they didn't necessarily stand behind the singles as much, or the singles would be like more detached from the rest of the record, just because they front loaded them so much. But like, I don't think that's true. I still think that the singles make perfect sense in the context of the record.
Yeah.
Sorry to hijack this
And
from you.
I've really come around to the second half of the album again on this. Like Waterboy is one of my favorite
Dude,
songs.
Waterboy and You Need Me,
You
like,
Need Me.
dude,
So good.
they're so good.
And I'll very much associate this album with the Wyoming trip. 'Cause
Sure,
I listened to it
yeah.
a lot. Then we
Yeah.
all did, and we listened to it on the drive back, and good memories. I love it.
Good memories
And-
right before bad ones.
Yeah.
First,
For-
not all of us.
some of us.
Some of us got married.
And this is very much, seeing Viagra Boys with you a couple weeks ago very much solidified how much I love this album.
And it was kind of a
and
nice
the
full
songs on
circle
it.
to be able to meet up at that show because,
Yeah.
we both, for different reasons and also the same reasons, latched onto that record this year in a lot of ways.
Most def. All right. Well, over to you. Number one album,
All right.
2025.
I don't know if you guys could guess the artist, actually.
Quickly.
Yes, it is. It is quickly. It's I Heard That Noise.
I'm glad you're on the podcast to talk about this because I almost put it on here, somewhere on my top 10, just so I could talk about it. Because since you got me into it, I love it. But I feel like it would be disingenuous for me to put it on just because I haven't spent that much time with it. But it's a super dope album.
Yeah, no, it's really amazing. It's it has my favorite song of the year, which is Anything.
Anything's
as well.
so good.
It has just this really cool production where it's like really folksy, but there's all these like weird electronic bleeps and bloops around there, which is a really cool kind of vibe. It's different from the last album, which was more kind of like a bedroom rock album. This one is more, I guess, mature. I think that Quickly is really becoming or like moving into his own sound, which is really good. But he borrows elements from like Sufjan.
Yeah.
And Bon Iver and stuff in there as well, but it doesn't sound like that. It still sounds really unique, I would say.
Definitely.
So, yeah, definitely. And that came out all the way back in April. So it's like stayed consistently
yeah.
like my favorite album this whole year.
Yeah, you told me about it then, and then it was like the second time we talked about it a couple weeks ago. I was like, I need to listen to this one, and it's been.
I saved
been in
it
the
all the way
rotation.
back when we talked about it the first time, and I think we also talked about quickly on our episode about small Spotify
Yeah, I
artists.
think we did.
And yeah, no, they're fantastic, and also like perfect Will band. Like
Very much.
the type of music that he makes or they make is like exactly the type of music I feel like you set out to listen to.
Oh, yeah.
So
Definitely.
and making songs too.
All right, Julian, you're number one.
My number one is going to be "No One Was Driving the Car" by La Dispute.
Nice.
I will keep it short and sweet. It's the record I connected to the most this year by far, in a lot of ways, musically, lyrically. release strategy wise, everything about it just blew me away and kept me coming back. And I've listened to it consistently ever since it came out in the segments that it's been coming out. Every song is perfect. I wouldn't change anything about it. The sequence is perfect. The storytelling is perfect. It's, in my opinion, Law Dispute's best work by far and away. I said the same thing about Panorama when Panorama came out, and then, so much time passed between the records where I was just like, I don't really know if they still are going to be able to pull it off in a way. But obviously they were refining the record the whole time because it's super refined. You can tell there's intention behind every single note of every single song. Like, there's not a moment where they're like, oh, let's just do this for the fuck of it. Like, everything has intention.
Yeah.
Everything has a purpose. The production is amazing. Produced by Scott Evans. Mixed by Scott Evans. So yeah, it just really reflected my year and where I'm at personally in like every single way. And it is the type of music that's on that record is like exactly the type of music I want to like make and listen to in some capacity for like the rest of my life. So super inspirational.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Great
Yeah.
stuff.
Nice.
And we owe it all to Julian that's anywhere on our lists. So
Yeah.
thank you for
Well,
taking us.
Shout out Julian.
I don't remember
All onto
necessarily
that.
telling Connor about it. So
Well, you heard it from the
No,
pod.
you either told me about it directly or you talked about it on the podcast.
Oh, you know what? I think you maybe sent
I might
a
have sent it
song
to the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I recall.
Yeah. Can I go pee before we do songs?
Yeah, go pee. And then
Okay.
we'll have to rattle off songs quick. We need to wrap this one up somewhat soon. So we'll just go down the list of
I have
songs
a
real quick.
I have a proposal.
Yeah.
We all just take turns going through our top 5.
Okay, that's
Rather than
good.
like rotating.
Rotating,
We all
that's
just
good.
do bang, 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 bang.
Will any other honorable mention albums pop up since we started talking? Because we only gave you
my
30 seconds to
goodness.
make a list.
I mean, I was gonna put Viagra Boys probably
Yeah.
on 4th place for me.
Okay,
so.
4th.
Nice.
What about
That's good.
what do I have on here that you would like?
I was gonna mention
You like Wet Leg, don't you? Did you listen to
Oh
Moisturizer?
yeah,
I thought you liked that one.
Moisturizer was good.
Yeah.
Although I kind of swiftly dropped off of listening to that album, like maybe like a month after it came out. But it's good. I didn't really stay in my mind.
Yeah. And you liked Deftones. You liked Private Music. Yeah.
That was good.
and
Um,
Horizons West.
Horizons
kind of.
West. Horizons West it's good. It's like I don't know. I like some. I mean, I like all of it, but it's not like my favorite album from them. I like the previous one. I think a lot more Horizons East. But I mean, I probably just need more time with the album too. Hearing the songs live was sick, and
Yeah.
that made me like the songs more.
That's what
when I
Julian
heard
said
them
about
live.
it. Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
even
when you-
Albatross, I was like not really digging Albatross, but they played it live, and I was like, oh, this is so sick.
Here, an honorable mention that I haven't talked about yet that didn't come up in anyone's list is Essex Honey by Blood Orange.
Yeah, no idea.
No, have you ever listened to Blood Orange?
I don't think so.
You would like some Blood Orange. Dev Hines.
Yeah, but Orange
Oh.
is cool.
I was just saying,
Yeah.
Essex Honey was an HM of mine, Connor.
So I do have a dishonorable mention.
Oh, let's hear it. This is great.
It's an album that I thought I would like, but then it came out, and I was like, this is garbage. And it's even in Arcadia by Sleep Token.
Oh yeah, absolute garbage.
It's so bad.
Oh, I've heard a
I
lot
didn't
of
make
hate
it
about
through.
that band, and I have decided that they suck.
All
It's-
the hate is because of that record.
It's
I would say.
the thing is, I like the previous one. I like Take Me Back to Eden. I like that record. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like fast food metal. I don't know in that
That's
way.
the way to put it,
It's
yeah.
like, but I like that one. And then yeah, even in Arcadia, it's just like, I don't know. It's just so.
I didn't make
it's
it
so
through. I tried with
poppy,
it. Yeah.
and the riffs are
Pitchfork-
so uninspired.
Pitchfork gave it a 2.2.
It is bad. It is bad.
Pretty
So that
hilarious,
was like a pretty big
They're not
disappointment for
fans.
me.
A Pitchfork 2 is worse than a Pitchfork 0. Because if you get a 0,
That's
they're just
just,
kind of
like,
joking around
weird.
with you. But if it's a 2.3, they're
They
like, we
actually
really
took the
hate this. We need to
time.
talk about how much
Yeah.
this
It's like
sucks.
they're like once a year they're like, we're just gonna fucking shit on a record.
Yeah.
Like it was like the one year it was like Greta Van Fleet. They just took a huge dump on their album. They
Deserved
just
it
yeah.
though.
Yeah, no, they usually and it'll be some of the most entertaining shit you'll ever read on Pitchfork is when they really
Yeah,
decide
yeah.
to just shit on an album.
Yep, that's how they got their
Yes.
name.
Yep.
All right, so 5 songs. Will, when we get to your turn, just try to come up with 5 songs you like. Okay.
That came out this year.
Yeah, they came out this year. Or you know what?
Just
You
5
can
songs
just name
that you
any
like.
5 songs.
Yeah. Just name 5 songs that you
That
know.
you like that you've heard once before.
Okay.
All right, so we're all doing 5 through 1.
Yeah, and just rattle them off, unless there's something you really
Okay.
want to talk about with a certain song.
Number 5, Islands of Men by Geese. I lied about that being in the back half. It's not. But that's my favorite album.
Literally. track 4.
Yeah,
Number 4. Yeah, that was I was just.
You were
lying.
just going
Number
off
4.
with
I think Reliquia is the second song on the Rosalia album. Fucking really good. And then a little teaser. If you listen to that song, it's really good. And then the last 20 minutes are super crazy. So make sure if you listen to that song, you listen to the whole song, and then just listen to the rest of the album while you're at
The
it.
whole damn thing.
Number 3, Ace Trumpets by Clips. Yellow diamonds look like pee-pee. Number 2 is Milk of the Madonna by Deftones, and number 1 is Another Baby by Dijon. That's his most Princey sounding song, and it's just got a hook that kind of reinforced my will to live when I first heard it, and I've been listening to that song a lot. So that's my top 5.
Right on. Okay, I'll say with my top 5, I struggled with this to make it easier on myself. I picked 5 songs off of albums in my top 10.
That's
There are
generally
definitely
how
songs.
it would
make
Okay, yeah,
sense.
there are definitely songs. Well, there's a lot of songs
That's
that
definitely what I
weren't
did
on
too.
here that I loved, but there's just too many of them. So
Sure.
to narrow it down, make it easier. These are just
We
5 songs.
are Charlie Kirk. Was it number 1?
Yeah, exactly. All right, number 5, Taxes by Geese. That is in the back half of that album. All right, I love that song.
So good.
So good. What sold it for me is when it does the real like poppy, almost U2 turnaround. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
In the minute. So number 4, I Care by Turnstile. This is a song that made me want to put Never Enough on the top 10. Denali by Portugal the Man at number 3. Man Made of Meat by Viagra Boys at number 2. Spike Island by Pulp at number 1.
Nice.
Spike Island is an anthemic song and just a great sounding song. So check out Spike Island.
We should do a collaborative playlist of just best of 2025 podcadzo and just put like all our top 5 songs and any other songs we liked from our top 10 albums on there.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Separate playlist from the
I
regular.
don't have Spotify anymore, but whatever.
You can send your
Well,
suggestions to me. I'll put
You
them
know
on.
what? And instead, I'll just fucking kill myself 'cause it's such a terrible idea. So sorry, Julian.
That's the best idea you've had probably in weeks.
Oh,
Don't
come
let-
on.
don't.
Hey,
dare you.
hey! Now
Don't
we're not.
listen to
Now
him.
we're not joking anymore. Now it's too far.
You don't. You
I
don't
shoulda
joke
never
about
came
that.
home.
I
You don't
wasn't
joke
joking
about
about a
that.
single
never
thing I said
came
earlier.
home.
You don't joke. I'm gonna go listen to La Dispute on repeat for the next
Uh-oh.
24 hours. And
No,
anything that
it's
happens,
choppy
you're gonna be-
water.
you're
Someone
gonna
make
be
sure to call
doubly
Conor.
responsible because not only did you show me that album, but you also told me to kill myself.
That will legally be ruled as homicide if
You-
you show someone that album and then tell them to kill themselves. It's like handing them a gun.
Yeah,
Sorry about everything.
it's okay.
Will,
I'm
have
just
you
kidding.
thought of 5 songs you've heard before?
Yeah, I can list 5 songs. I think
Yeah.
it's one of the songs of all time. It's so "A Crush Under Something Gentle" from Brian
Oh,
Work,
hell yeah!
from Town Portal is really good.
Shouts out Town Portal.
Yeah,
that
Town
didn't make your
Portal.
list.
No,
Or
it
is
was
it
going to be an
HM?
honorable
Is it too
mention.
new?
Is really good.
No,
Yeah.
I wanted to put it on my list, but when I got down to it, it just felt like there were other things I liked more.
Connor
so
would really like Town Portal if you haven't listened to that
I'd
already.
probably put it at like number
Nope.
12 or number 13.
Okay, fair enough. Well, continue.
So there's this song by Tennyson called "Walk Backwards" from this album AKA, which just came out last month. It's pretty good. Tennyson's kind of like I guess, I don't know, like IDM-ish artist. I hate using that word, but it's kind of, it describes it kind of well. But kind of like more moving in a pop direction. That's a pretty good track. I think, like I said, from the La Dispute album, I really like Sibling Fist Fight. That one, I just really love the guitar riff in that one as well. Let's see. I really like that one from off of Viagra Boys. Is it Dirty Boys? Is that one?
Yeah. Dirty Boys is so good.
Dirty
I
Boys is
do really,
great.
I
Yeah.
really like that one a lot.
Hell
So
yeah.
that's one, and then
Part in the middle where he's just like, I relate to that.
that part is good.
That's a few of the songs on that.
True.
And then my top one was Anything from Quickly.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I think that was 5.
Good list, brother.
Yeah.
I think so.
Felt like 5 to me.
Off the dome.
Julian, you're 5.
Off the dome fully?
I mean, for the
You
most
cooked
part.
up a little bit? Okay. All right. Number 5 for me, Pyramid of Health, Viagra Boys. Great song. Number 4, Broken Mirror by The Armed featuring Prostitute. Just a great song for when you're pissed off, honestly. Number 3 for me, Milk of the Madonna, Deftones. Probably the best Deftones song, I would say, from the last, 10 years. The most Deftonesy Deftones song I've heard in a minute.
Such a good breakdown.
So good.
riff in that song.
And the fact that they put it out as a single, it just felt like such a huge... It was like a we're back type moment where it's just like, holy shit.
I was
Music is so back.
Immediately so
Hooked on
fucking
it.
amped for the I went from really not caring about that album to listening to that and then being like, oh shit.
Yeah,
this
it's a
sounds gonna
great,
fucking rip.
great single. Number 2 for me is going to be the song Vesper Light by Thrice. Similarly, I would say it's probably the best Thrice song that I've heard in at least a decade, including all the stuff that I really liked from their last couple records. And then number 1 for me is the song No One Was Driving the Car from the record No One Was Driving the Car, because it made me cry more than any song I've heard this year, and it made me think about my life and question so many things, and it put a lot of shit into perspective, and songs don't normally do that for me. Normally I listen to songs and I like them because of the music part, like what the instruments are doing, but this song I like what the instruments are doing too. Obviously it's a very beautiful song, but the words and the meaning of the words made me be like, holy shit, my whole life is in this song, which doesn't really ever happen to me. So really impacted me in a lot of ways. And I think I will probably look back on that song throughout my life in multiple chapters, and it'll be powerful at all of those points. So that's it.
Hell yeah, brother. Good list. Well said. Connor, thank you very much as always. That was a great top 10 of 2025.
Been an honor.
Yeah, honored to have you.
Yeah, let me know if you want to do Wrapped.
Yeah,
We'll
let's plan
definitely
on
do a
raps.
Wrapped.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because then I'll be able to talk about what I've actually spent the majority of my time listening to this year,
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm excited for
which
that.
is old music.
We'll get back to where we really cook, which is
Yeah,
talking
that'd be
about
fun.
you two. So,
But
Talking
you two
about
is in all of our
retreading-
Wrapped.
U2 is definitely going to be in all of our Wrapped. And it's all my artists are probably going to be pre-2000.
all right, dude. Well, have a good night. Enjoy hockey, and we'll talk to
Later.
you soon.
All
Enjoy
right,
your
peace.
coffee.
Later, boys.
Later.
Did you hear I said cocky?
Oh, yeah.
It's podcadzo.